From barns to backyards, 11 classic rides left for dead. But under the rust and dust, a second chance is waiting. For the brave, these aren't just projects, they're redemption on wheels. 1. 1964 AMC Rambler Classic 770. Here's a rare one you don't see every day. This 1964 AMC Rambler Classic 770 is a matching numbers car with a 287 V8 under the hood and a 2-barrel carb. It starts, runs, and drives, though it hasn't seen the open road in over 4 years. That means it's going to need a full round of safety checks, brakes, tires, and probably a fuel system flush. The odometer reads just over 90,000 miles, and the seller says it's only had 2 owners since new. Inside, you've got white upholstery, which could clean up nicely if it hasn't cracked too much with age. For $2,500 firm, it's a solid start to a mid-60s cruiser build, especially if you're into something a little different than your typical Ford or Chevy. 2. 1967 Ford Mustang Coupe. This 67 Mustang Coupe still has its original motor and drivetrain, and it comes with some essential new parts, like a brand new gas tank and replacement floor pans. The seller says it will crank and run, though it definitely needs some TLC. It's been sitting for a while, so expect to do everything from brakes to bushings. The red-on-black color combo is timeless, and with 87,000 original miles, this one's got a strong base to work from. At $2,600, it's a tempting option if you're looking for a genuine Mustang project that hasn't already been chopped up or turned into a race car. Bring tools, patience, and maybe a buddy to help push it onto a trailer. 3. 1967 Ford Fairlane 500. Here's a solid example of a driver quality project. A 1967 Fairlane 500 with a 289 small block and C4 automatic transmission. According to the seller, it runs great, starts right up and goes, but it pulls to the left under braking. That likely means it needs brake adjustment or maybe a front-end alignment. The interior is all blue and mostly intact, with only a small tear on the driver's seat. Body-wise, there's a bit of rust behind the rear wheels and some minor corrosion in the torque boxes. But overall, this car is surprisingly solid for a Kentucky survivor. No title, but a bill of sale will be provided. At $2,500, this one's priced for someone who wants to build a retro street machine without starting from a rusty shell. Four. 1965 Dodge Coronet 440. This 1965 Coronet runs, drives, and stops, but make no mistake, it's still a project. Under the hood is a 318 polyspherical V8 paired with a 727 automatic transmission. It's an original AC and heat car, which is a nice bonus. The body seems mostly complete, and all the glass is intact. But it'll need some work. The fuel tank and trunk pan need replacing, and the headliner is missing. The seats are fair per the seller, which usually means they're usable but worn. It also comes with your choice of 3 sets of wheels, which is a cool touch. With some elbow grease and attention to detail, this could be a sharp mid-60s Mopar cruiser. Just don't expect to daily it right away. It needs some love before it's roadworthy. 5. 1978 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. If you're looking for a G-body with some muscle-era flair, this 1978 Monte Carlo might catch your eye. It starts and runs, but here's the catch. The transmission is completely shot. Only reverse works. The seller drove it for 2 weeks before it gave out. That means you'll need to trailer it and budget for either a rebuild or a swap. There's rust, which is expected on a Northeast car, but it still holds project potential. Clean title, and it's priced at just $1,500. If you've already got a 350 or 700 R4 line around, this might be your next backyard resurrection. 6. 1979 Chevrolet Camaro. This Z28 needs work, no doubt, but the good news is it runs. The seller's asking $3,000 cash, no trades, and you'll need to trailer it and go through the title process yourself. There's no mention of the drivetrain specifics, but being a Z28, it likely came with a 350 V8 originally. From the photos and the description, it's fair to assume this car has been sitting for some time, so don't expect to hop in and go. But the bones are there, and the body style is classic. If you're up for a deep project and want something with more muscle cred than your average third gen, this one might be worth a look. Seven 1978 Chevrolet Caprice Classic. If you're into green-on-green full-size Chevys, this 1978 Caprice Classic just might be your jam. The seller describes it as a solid runner with a rebuilt transmission, fresh carburetor, and even a new windshield and fuel system bits. At 62,000 miles, it's likely been sitting a lot more than it's been driven. It's a complete car, but definitely still a project. The interior needs attention, the carpet is tired, and the front seats need to be remounted. It's also rolling on mismatched wheels and needs new tires all around. And if you're into audio systems, you'll appreciate the custom sub setup. 3 12-inch subs in the trunk and 2 10s mounted in the doors. Not exactly stock, but definitely old school cool. All in all, for $3,000 and a clean title, this one's a pretty tempting option for someone wanting to cruise in full-size 70s style. Eight 1974 Chevrolet Truck. This one's short and sweet, a 1974 Chevy truck listed as having a 350 under the hood and a new battery. The seller says it's in good used condition and that it's not inspected, but if you register it as an antique in most states, inspection may not be required. There's not much detail in the listing, but for $3,000, this could be a good base if you're hunting for an affordable square body project. Whether it's a C10, K10, or something in between, these trucks are only getting harder to find at this price point. If you're nearby in Pennsylvania, it might be worth taking a look before it's gone. Nine 1968 Buick Lasaber 400 Sport Coupe. Here's a big green two-door Buick from '68 with lots of potential. The original 400 cubic inch motor is stuck, likely from sitting since the mid-1990s, but the seller is including a good Buick 350 engine to get you going. Interior condition is surprisingly decent, and the car appears complete. The frame will need patching and the trunk floor has rust, but the main floor pan is said to be solid. This car likely sat in a damp barn for years, which explains the condition. You'll get a title, original steel wheels, and a very honest deal at just $1,500. This is the kind of car that, once saved, will definitely turn heads just because you don't see them anymore, especially the two-door versions. Ten 1967 Lincoln Continental two-door. A two-door Lincoln Continental from 1967 is something you don't come across often. This one supposedly has the 462 cubic inch V8 under the hood and was running at one point. The transmission still goes into gear, but the brakes are shot and the starter is dead. You'll also need to deal with a broken driver's side window, though a replacement glass is included, and missing front calipers. The engine turns by hand, so it hasn't seized up, which is good news. The seller is asking $3,000 or best offer and isn't responding to tire kicker messages. So if you're serious about rescuing a big-body luxury coupe with serious style, make a plan, bring a trailer, and check this one out in Ohio. (11) 1984 Chevrolet Corvette. Wrapping things up, we've got an early C4 Corvette in gold. This one's a project for sure. The seller already started tearing it down for a top-end rebuild and then lost time and space. The good news, it's rust-free thanks to being a Pennsylvania car originally. With 122,000 miles, it's no garage queen, but the bones seem solid. The title is clean and it's being offered at $2,500 or best offer. If you're looking to get into a vintage Corvette without spending 5 figures, this could be your shot, especially if you're comfortable finishing what someone else started. Thanks for watching. If you're into old cars, classic projects, and forgotten gems, be sure to stick around. There's more like this coming up every week. Drop a comment if one of these caught your eye, and as always, thanks for hanging out with us here on Kingna.